All right, BTactics here. So I have been thinking about Fortitude, right? Yeah, it's my favorite role. I think we can add something to this, or maybe to matrices, right? Hear me out. Since 1.0, nothing has really felt like debuffing, about Fortitude, like throwing debuffs. You have to somewhat kind of buff your allies, but because we was always talking about using zero matrices. I just felt as if using zero matrices over using human matrices made no sense. What do I mean by that, right? So I have to put on matrices to make allies do more damage when they do a large amount of damage. Which you can have human matrices, you can lower the amount of damage you're taking so your allies don't die as fast as well. I feel as if human matrices are more of a fortitude-like type matrices than zero. Heck, Yuma is a fortitude character and Zero is a benediction character. So it kind of is, self-explanatory. But since then, we haven't had anything. Now, granted, I know we changed Fortitude to make, apply current weapon element to weak points of the target. So I'm hitting an enemy with a physical weapon, they can be weak to physical damage for 25 seconds. You're probably like, where that 25 seconds come from? Okay, so right here, I can't actually use the mouse. Right. But this says something different than what it says in the main menu. But you see here, reduce damage by 25%, increase shadow by 60%, increase aggro by 800%, and applied elemental weak point corresponding to your current weapon's element to the target for 25 seconds. 25 seconds is a lot of time to get through a rotation for Fortitude, so you can keep, these up all the time. But you can't use full weapons. So that means you can't naturally lower resistances for 4 elements. Not possible. Right? So a weapon has to be left out. And you can't see the debuff on the enemy. At one point you was able to. I think it was a glitch, but we can't see it now. I would like to be able to see the weakness exploit on the enemy, so it makes it easier for me to see when the buff is gonna wear off, also for my allies to see when the buff is gonna wear off. But that's just me. Let's go back to the bag, right? When we look at matrices, again, when it comes to Fortitude, again, nothing wrong with Zero, but you have to kind of keep the active shield. But the problem is, you keeping the shield when you're the main target makes no sense. It's counterintuitive, because your whole objective is to take the hit, to remove danger from allies. So you can't always keep this shield active. You might say, oh, you can use Mimi. Yeah, you don't always keep the shield active. So that means if it's not active, then that means you're not getting any value. It was just like, I forgot the matrix beforehand that had no value because it wasn't working. Oh, here we go, Shiro, right? Once it's past 50% health, there's no value. After 30 seconds, it has no value. So these matrices really weren't good unless you was using a burst weapon. Again, I'm not trying to get into detail about matrices, but what I'm trying to state is when it comes to, well, in fact, no, we are going to be in the matrices, right? When it comes to Brevi, I don't know what Brevi matrices are right now, but Brevi has matrices that gives other people more damage. In fact, Benediction matrices normally work to give allies more damage, like Zero, right? Shield active, you and your teammates deal more damage, right? What else? Coco. Heal capacity, healing received. Yeah, but you and your teammates are healed, increase attack. Only 6 seconds, but it still increases attack. Where's Nemesis? I don't know what Nemesis is. But for the most part, with these matrices, they're always giving allies more damage. And I would wish that we could have matrices that would give enemies less resistance. I think that's a hand-in-glove fit, right? Doesn't that sound like a good idea, everyone? Look, here's Nemesis matrices. Target being healed, their vote attack increases. Right? Healing yourself. Your next attack, you can cast lightning that does more damage. everything with Benediction within Matrices normally gives overall more damage. So why can't Fortitude Matrices be, overall give the enemies, less resistances or less damage, I think that'd be a good way to add in. Because right now, again, I like my matrices, right? I like Mimi's matrices, but again, they add final damage. They increase your crit, that's nice, and they increase your damage, that's great. But that's not really what a 42 is supposed to do, You should be, now again, I'm not saying damage is bad, but why can't I lower enemy resistance? That means it'll give me and everyone around me more potential damage on said enemy. Like I like Asuka's matrices. You get your physical attack, your flame attack being increased, your vengeance being used. I think this is cool. The elemental damage, I mean, it's nothing bad. It's just the aggro part is good. But why can't I have it so this says increase all elemental damage by 22%, right? Why can't it be decrease all enemies elemental resist by 22%? You can argue it's somewhat the same thing happening, except it would be more beneficial to anybody around me that's trying to buff their damage. They're trying to get more attack. The Benediction can do more damage, the attacks do more damage. The Fortitude will still do more damage. So I don't understand why we don't have anything like that yet. Right? Make your siege for long. Again, increase flame damage, that's cool, Gain different effects, is nothing wrong with it. But again, I just wish we had something that could, benefit lowering resistances. Here's Saki. You was able to do more frost damage to enemies. I think this was the last one we potentially had. Right? Hold on. Attack the target 10 times, tossing in a flash freeze. Increase frost damage dealt to marked target. Why can't we get more like this for PC? Instead of being attack the target 10 times for this, just have it like attack the target and inflict 12 to 25 seconds of reduced damage by enemy or reduced resistance of enemy. Right? I think that'd be great. That you want to have this something else, I don't mind, but it's just like Saki has something going. And I feel like Saki's matrices were the last one that was really like, Fortitude relatable. Again, I like Wand matrices, but you can easily swap this to an attacker and they won't even notice too much of the difference. You're just going to use it for more damage, right? Mimi is really just directly for her. It only works for her. Which again, I'm not against it. But I wish it gave everyone else, a chance to be able to increase their damage on the enemy too. It doesn't do that. Like Asuka, I like the 42. In fact, start giving matrices that have a 42 resonance, and then have it so you can gain more aggro and reduce enemies, attack and resistance. Because that gives 42 way more use. And someone might say, "Oh, you should put it into the kit." And I would argue it's kind of already there. Then you get the damage reduction, a shatter, aggro, the weak point. Now you can't make enemies do less damage, so you got me on there. But I mean, again, I'm not against placing it there because we say 42 is least useful. But these are things that 42 should be doing naturally. Because, I guess Benediction only has a heal, But then within the Benediction's weapon though is different, right? So look at this: Volt Benediction increase the entire team Volt attack by 5%, and Benediction resistance is active. Right? Physical Benediction. Frost Benediction. Is anyone okay? Does Pepper have this? No, Pepper doesn't have that. I doubt Icarus has anything like that. Oh no, okay. Does Fiona have anything like this? No. So this is more just the older weapons. Unless Brevi has it. No. Frost. Oh, no. It doesn't. Okay. She doesn't have it either. Okay. But I do wish this would work more. Like, they're able to buff other players' damage, but we can't nerf enemies. Again, maybe I have a bad idea. Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all be up for that. If you can, like, comment, share. Cause I mean, I don't mind making Tower of Fantasy videos, but every time I come up with an idea, I don't see anything ever in the comment section. And then 42 doesn't change. And then we say 42 isn't good. So it's like, how can we keep saying this? We're not giving ideas, and then we're not sharing. We're not telling people. And I'm not saying go tell people, hey, we gotta make 42 better and go out there with pitchforks. But like you see an area that people are playing Tower of Fantasy, place it, but hey, you know, could this be a good idea? You know, you got a friend who plays it. Recommend it to a friend. Especially if you got some tryhards, you gotta be like, oh, we gotta be best in slot. Well, make 42 so it can be, quote, best in slot. You know, I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching the video, like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.